All right, welcome everybody. I'm Jason Heiner, and this is ZDNet, and we have a special holiday treat for you today. We have brought together some of our ZDNet experts, editors, writers, to share with you some of our best deals on tech gifts. These are the last minute gifts now that we're getting down to that time. So if you're down to where you're still trying to figure out some gifts for folks, don't feel bad. There's this myth that so much of the shopping is done on Black Friday and Black Friday weekend, but in fact, a lot of shopping still, in many cases, most of the busiest shopping days of the year are in this week before leading up to Christmas. And so you are in good company, and we're here to help you out. We've got a number of great deals that we want to share with you on some of the products that we've really enjoyed and highlighted on ZDNet throughout the year. And then we have had a team that for the past month has been doing a lot of research, finding really good tech deals from across the web and vetting whether they are worth the money that they're being sold for, if they're going to be sold for less on other sites or at other times. And so we're going to highlight some of those for you. I'm going to start before we bring on our first guest with a couple of the ones that I recommend. And so I'm going to share with you the first one I want to talk about is the Anker Nano 3 charger. So this is a 30-watt charger. If you look at this, let's see if the camera can focus on it. This is a 30-watt charger. It's really tiny, right? It looks a lot like the ones that used to come in the iPhone box. But this is 5 watts. This is 30 watts. And for comparison, this is Apple's 30-watt charger. This thing is on sale. It's normally about $23, $23 US. It's on sale right now. You can get it on Amazon for 20% off. So it's about $18. And if you want to get one of these, what it can do is it's going to charge your iPhone a lot faster. So you can get in 30 minutes, up to almost 50% with one of these. And Anker has another cable that they've put out with this, which is their bio-based charging cable. So this is made of recyclable bio-based materials. This is about $17. It's about 10% off-ish, right now. But the combination of these two, this also has a nice little keeper on it that makes this so that it's a really nice cable to be able to put in your bag, to keep it home, to put it in a drawer if you need it. And it's very, very handy. So that's the two of these together, that's about $35 right there. So anybody that has an iPhone, this is a great gift. They also offer this. You could fast charge an Android phone with this too. They offer this, not just the USB-C to Lightning, but also a USB-C to USB-C cable as well. So for those who have Android, this is also a great gift there. And then staying on the Anker theme, this one's a little more expensive, but this is the Anker 747 charger, which is sort of aptly named because it's a great travel charger. This is a 150-watt charger. So Apple's version of this that comes with like the MacBook Pro, the 140-watt version, is quite a bit bigger than this. So this is very compact, but that one only has one USB-C. This has 3 USB-C and a USB-A on it. So you can still charge older things like a Kindle or, the earlier version of the Apple Watch charger will fit in there, all kinds of things. And then you can charge an Apple laptop. The most powerful one, MacBook Pro, will charge off of this. And you can charge a bunch of things. So instead of carrying all those different bricks when you travel, you can just carry this. Now, this isn't cheap. This is $120. You're not going to find this on sale for more than 5 or 10 off on that. But you can get this at Amazon, and it's a really great accessory. If you have somebody, you want to give them something really clutch, this is awesome. For people that are hard to shop for, this is going to save them. Their devices will charge faster when they travel, and they can use it with a lot of their devices. Essentially all of their devices, in many cases, will charge off of this one brick. So that one's also pretty clutch. The last thing that I wanted to highlight is this, the M2 MacBook Air. So this is the latest Apple MacBook, which is one of the more popular laptops, of course, in the world. Apple came out with this, and it got a little bit of criticism earlier this year because it retails for $200 more than, it retails for about $1,200, which is $200 more than the previous last year's M1 MacBook Air and previous MacBook Airs, which have always been about, $1,000. But what's missing in the criticism is, the thing is, you can still buy that last year's M1 MacBook Air. Nothing's really great, terrific device. The thing is, this one is a beast. This product is especially for people who are doing video editing, graphic design, all kinds of things. It's really like more of a slim MacBook Pro than it is a MacBook Air. It's that different and that much more powerful than even last year's M1. This thing is really, really powerful and is worth every penny if you need that kind of speed. If you're a developer, if you're a graphic designer, if you do video editing, if you do photo editing, all of that kind of thing. So right now you can get it. There's about a deal on Amazon. Apple doesn't really put these things on sale. You can essentially get sometimes a free pair of AirPods or an Apple gift card or something. But you can get that device, the M2 MacBook Air, on Amazon right now for $1149. There have been at times where it's gone a little bit lower than that. So keep your eye out over this next week. But still, that's less than you're going to get it from Apple, and you can do everything you need to do with that device. So with that, I'm going to bring in our first guest, which is Christina Darby. And Christina is going to talk a little bit about headphones and AirPods deals, because those are some of the most popular gifts that we see at this time of the year. So Christina, thanks for joining us.
Hey, Jason, thanks for having me.
Very good. Well, Christina, what are some of the, top 4 or 5 deals that we see out there in the sort of the headphone space right now?
Yeah, excited to talk about it. So the first one I'm going to talk about are the Bose Quiet Comfort 2s, and these are probably some of my favorite earbuds that I've tried. They are everything an earbud should be in 2022. They are noise canceling, and that noise canceling quality is literally amazing. I made all my friends just put them in their ears. I think I made you put them in your ears. And my colleague Serena Ortiz described the noise as a DJ right in your ears. And once you listen to these on ANC, I don't know how you'll go back to listening on another earbud, no matter how good it may be. These are awesome. I also love how they fit. They're just in ear, but they don't have that pressure buildup that I find with a lot of earbuds these days, which make them great for long wear. And trust me, you will want to wear them for a long time after you hear them. They also have a little bit of a weird look when you first put them in. They're a bit bigger. The case is a bit bigger, but that's because they make use of the touchpad on the wider surface area. So it can kind of look like a chunky old-fashioned Bluetooth, but the touchpad is really easy to use. I love it for hands-free stuff. I don't have to go to my phone every time I want to adjust the volume, pause, or skip audio. So they can be pretty expensive, being close to $300. I think they are worth every penny. And now that they're $50 off, I think it's even more of a reason to invest in these. I do not think that you'll regret it. Yeah.
What's next?
Next is the Apple AirPods Max. They are personally on my list this Christmas, so if anybody's watching and wants to give me a gift, they are also on sale for $50. These have been trending not just because of their awesome Apple sound, but just on the street. With streetwear, you see people walking down the street for a walk. They've kind of become a fashion statement, and I think it's because they are so sleek. They look futuristic. They're light. They're not too chunky like a lot of over-the-ear headphones can feel sometimes. And especially if you're an Apple user, these are great if there's a person in your life that only uses Apple products and wants an over-the-ear pair of cans that work with their Apple ecosystem. They have 20 hours of battery life. So if you're like me and listen to audio at least 8 hours a day, sometimes even, because you cannot do silence, they're great for calling and listening, and you can get about 2 days worth of not even having to charge one more device again, which I absolutely love. And they have ANC, which for now, I feel like with earbuds and AirPods and headphones and all that is a necessary thing.
So Christina, these are $50 off. So they're normally $500. You can get them right now for $450.
Yes, you can for $450.
Okay.
And
so
Best Buy is a great place to look.
Best Buy. All right. Very good. And so for people who are like more frugal than like me, do you have any cheaper options on your list of ones we should be looking at?
So yeah, these Soundcore Liberty headphones, they're not the over the ear vibe, but if you did want over the ear, I recommend looking at JBL. They also have some great options, Beats Solo 3. If you are more frugal, these Soundcore Liberty 4 headphones, obsessed with them. Anchor, as you were talking about earlier, Jason owns Soundcore, great quality for not as big of a price. And these actually let you connect to 2 devices at once. So if you're listening to music while you work on your phone, but then quickly have to jump over to a Zoom call, it's really easy. You don't have to go through the whole, disconnecting and connecting process again. You just do it once and you're able to connect. It also has a great microphone quality. Speaking of using for calls, whether it's on your cell phone or on Zoom, I find that even other people tell me that this is the best they can hear me. So if you are using them for work, I think these are a really good option. And they are usually $149, which is already way cheaper than some of the other options. And now they're on sale for $40. And so they're $109. And I think they're really good bang for your buck.
Nice. All right. Now you're down in my territory. Any other ones in this price range?
Yeah, so these are also on sale, $70 off, $72 off. And they're $128, not quite creeping up to that $300 range, which is nice. And these are actually smart earbuds. They adjust to the sound quality that's best for you and your environment, which I think is really cool, especially now that it's so cold in New York. I don't want to take my hands out of my pockets. So if they could just know when I need to adjust the sound from ambient to noise canceling, that would be great. And they also have that light ergonomic feel. So if you know somebody that always is traveling with their earbuds and just wants to pop them in for a reasonable price, I think it's a smart investment for some really smart earbuds.
Very cool. Sony Link Buds S. Very cool.
Yes.
Now you have one more on your list, right? Christina, what do you got?
I do. So I have the AirPods Pro 2. These are my go-to earbuds these days. They look pretty much identical to the other Pro model, and all AirPods kind of have that same classic iconic look, honestly, but these have subtle differences that have made big changes for me that I don't want to go back to. Their transparent mode quality is awesome, so I can hear the audio and something around me very clearly. I don't have to choose one or the other. Of course, the ANC is also great. The built-in speaker in the case helps me find it whenever it gets lost in my backpack or I can't remember that I did leave them on the bathroom counter before heading out to work. And the stem gesture feature is also super convenient and works kind of like the Bose. They're a little less expensive normally, and they're usually $250. Now they're $230. And I've seen these fluctuate, Jason, from anywhere from $50 off. Right now they're $20. So I'd advise just to look out in the next few days. Best Buy is great, Amazon, to see how much off they are, because they're great.
Very good. Well, Christina Darby, thank you so much for being here, sharing some headphone deals with us. And we'll let people know that they can follow your list of the best headphone deals as well, that you always keep updated on the site, right?
Yes. Make sure to check that out. Thank you so much, Jason.
Thank you. Catch you later.
Catch you later.
All right. Next, we're going to go to Taylor Clemens. Taylor, how are you?
Doing good.
All right. Thanks for being here, Taylor. You're going to talk.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. I love you. You brought the energetic microphone with you today too, which I love.
Everybody loves the changing colors. And...
Excellent. All right. So Taylor, we're going to talk a little bit about TVs and a little bit of gaming and some maybe monitors too. So Why don't you start us off with kind of your top 5 for best deals in these categories right now?
Of course. The first one we've got is the Samsung QN95B 85-inch TV. This is one of their flagship models, and you can pick it up at Best Buy now for $2,000 off, which is amazing. It's one of the best deals I've seen since Black Friday, since before and after. And it's got some really cool features. It not only supports Dolby Atmos, but it uses Samsung's own object tracking sound to create virtual 3D sound that follows the on-screen action. So you get that immersive cinematic experience at home, and you don't necessarily need to set up extra speakers and sound bars, which is great because at an 85-inch screen, there's not going to be a lot of room for much else. It also has an anti-glare coating on the screen, so you get more you can view it easier at different angles, and it cuts down on glare from, if you've got big windows in your living room or overhead lights. And it has a built-in blue light filter to kind of help reduce eye strain, which is great when you have movie marathons or you binge watch, a new Netflix show that came out. And also console gamers will love the Samsung Gaming Hub and Dashboard, which is a whole thing that lets you monitor things like your frame rate, your refresh rate, your input lag, so that way you can catch issues before they can really ruin your gaming session, or if you're streaming with your console, so you can have a smoother experience. And you can also connect it to NVIDIA GeForce Now or Stadia for the last 2 or 3 weeks that it's still around, but you can stream your PC games to your TV, so you can play like your favorite Steam games and Epic and all that from your couch, which is great when you don't want to sit in your chair all day.
Yeah, very cool. I really want one of these, Taylor. It's funny. This is a Q series 65-inch that's back here, but that 85 looks incredible.
Yeah, if I had the space for this one, I'd be snapping it up because it's a really good TV.
Awesome. What a great, deal too, from 5,500 to 3,500. This is one of the most aggressive deals we're going to talk about today for sure.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. What's your second pick?
The next one is the Sony X90K. It's part of their Bravia series. And although it's not one of their OLED TVs, it still has a pretty good screen. It's got 11 different picture modes. So, if you want to watch movies, TV, games, even if you want to just set up like a picture slideshow while you're not using it, it's got all kinds of picture modes then. It runs on the Android TV and Google TV platforms. So not only do you get access to like a preloaded suite of apps like Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, and all that, but you can also download others like Spotify, Pandora, all that.
Yeah.
And
nice.
It also has a game mode. It's actually optimized for use with the PlayStation 5 to kind of work with its variable refresh rate technology to give you a smoother playback experience. And it has a native refresh rate of 120 hertz. So everything from sports to action movies to, the evening news is going to look super smooth.
Nice. So this is almost 30% off from about 3,000 to about 2,000. So that's, that's pretty aggressive too.
Big discount. Another great thing with the Sony TV is that you can download the Kalman calibration app to your phone and connect it to your TV, so you can fine tune those colors and your contrast, which is really good if you want like the best picture possible, or if you think that, I spent all this money on this TV and the picture doesn't look that great. You have so much control over how it looks.
That's big. If you're spending this much on a TV, you want it to look really, really good.
Oh, of course.
For sure. Awesome. All right. What's pick number 3, Taylor?
All right. Pick number 3 is the Gigabyte Aero 16XE5 laptop. It's designed for content creators, but it's also really great for gaming. It has an AMOLED 4K display, which it looks amazing. It can produce almost 100% of the DCI P3 color palette. So you're going to get those super accurate colors, whether you're creating art or thumbnails for your playthroughs or just playing Stardew Valley or whichever game is your obsession for the week. It's also capable of 4K resolution. It supports Dolby TTSX Ultra audio, so you're going to get really great sound even without a headset, which is great, if you got to charge it or you can't find it or you just don't want to mess with it. It supports Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth 5.2, so you're going to get those really fast wireless internet speeds and have more stable connections with your wireless peripherals. And it gives you a little bit of a future proof too. So you don't have to upgrade in a couple months when Wi-Fi 5 and Bluetooth 5.1 are completely phased out or not supported as much. And
Very cool.
It's got a 12th gen Intel Core i7 CPU. And the biggest feature for me is that NVIDIA RTX 3070 Ti graphics card, which a pre-built laptop or desktop is about the only way you're going to be able to get your hands on one of these. And it's also another great future proof.
Yeah, this is another aggressive price. This is almost $2,500 street price or sort of original price with, street price right now at about $1,300, which you could almost pay that just to get that NVIDIA graphics card in some cases.
Yeah, it's worth it just for the graphics card alone. Everything else is kind of gravy on top.
Awesome. All right, what's your next pick?
The next one is the HP Victus 15L desktop. This is HP's sort of budget gaming desktop line, and it's already normally under $800, but here it's just under that $500 marks, and it has a AMD Radeon 6400 GPU, which is the second newest card iteration. I think they just released their 7000 series, or they're getting ready to. And while it does have somewhat lower RAM and storage, you can easily swap those out later if your needs change. Also, the logo on the front has RGB lighting, so you can match your other peripherals or show off your personal style. It's got Bluetooth connectivity, so you can set up wireless keyboards, headsets, mice, speakers, all that stuff. And it can run just because it's under $500. That doesn't mean that it can't play all the new AAA and indie games out there.
Wow. So normally $750 on sale for $500. This is another super aggressive deal. Taylor, you've set the bar pretty high here. All right. So for your last pick,
my last one is, it's also by Gigabyte. It's their Aorus gaming brand. It's their FI32Q-X 32-inch gaming monitor. Now, this is a big screen. So it's great if you want a lot of real estate, but your desk isn't that big. Or if you want a really big monitor for like video editing, or to have it solely for your games while you have a second monitor for like your chat monitoring and things like that. It's a 1440p resolution screen, so it's that sweet spot between full HD 1080p and 4K, because 4K monitors are very expensive.
Yeah.
So you still get a little bit of that future proof, and your games still look really great without having to commit to a very expensive 4K. The base refresh rate for this monitor is 240 hertz, and you can overclock that to 270, which is really great. And it supports AMD FreeSync Premium Pro, so it's automatically going to adjust its refresh rate to match your GPU output, so you don't get those weird screen freezes or pixelations that you sometimes get while your graphics card's trying to keep up. It also creates up to 99% of the Adobe RGB color palette, so you're going to get really accurate colors, really great detailing and contrast, and it's got a really good ergonomic stand, so you can tilt it, raise it up, lower it, swivel it, however you need to make it the most comfortable to look at, which is very important when you're either working all day or you'd realize that, oh, I've been gaming on a Saturday for 10 hours and I haven't moved.
Yeah. And that 240 refresh rate up to 270, like you said, overclocked,
Mhm.
that's going to make all the motion really smooth on
Oh,
this
yeah.
thing. It's going to make it really nice.
Mhm. And it's also got some RGB lighting in the back, so you get that cool reactive backlighting, kind of like what your TV
Ooh,
has in the back
nice.
there.
Very cool. Well, Taylor, thank you. These are some very aggressive deals on some awesome products that I think a lot of our audience is going to be interested in. So thanks so much for your time. Catch you later.
Of course. Thank you.
All right. So next we have Beth Mauder, who's going to talk to us about some robot vacuums. Beth, hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you, Jason?
I'm good. I'm so excited to talk about robot vacuums because you have tested them all this year, and so many people are asking questions about which one they should buy. So this is a segment we definitely wanted to do because we know people are looking for good advice in this category.
Yeah, I actually think I have 6 in my home right now. They've kind of taken over. And before we get started, I always want to tell people like this is an investment, but it has changed my life having these in my house. We have 2 dogs, a cat. Like we're very busy people, anyways. And one of those dogs is a German Shepherd. So like when I tell you I've put these to the test, I have put these to the test.
Yeah, the struggle is real with you and the pet hair. So this is good.
Absolutely.
All right. What's your list? What has made your list of the ones that, if somebody comes to you and says, Beth, I just need one recommendation, tell me. I know you can't give just one, but where do you start?
Well, Roomba is a great place to start. And so this is a bundle deal. This is the S9 Plus and the Brava Jet M6. So they're 2 separate machines, but it will accomplish vacuuming and mopping. So you're going to get both of those nasty chores that no one likes to do out of the way quickly. We love the S9 Plus because it has that D-shaped form, which is very different from a lot of the robot vacuums that we see. It really gets into corners really well. This is Roomba's highest suction power vacuum on the market. I haven't tested it, but I actually convinced my in-laws that they needed to get this. They have 4 German Shepherds. And when I tell you this tackles all of their dog hair, this is fantastic. Wow. And then the Brava Jet M6 is their top of the line mopping robot. And so what I love about Roomba is that the app is super easy to use, but once you get in the app, you can send the vacuum out and you can tell it where you want it to vacuum. And then as soon as it docks and finishes the job, the Brava Jet M6 goes out and does its own thing. And so being able to get both of those accomplished with just a couple clicks in the app is fantastic. The smart mapping from both of these devices, top of the line, you really can't go wrong with a Roomba. This is $450 off. Like I said, you're getting the best vacuum and the best mop that Roomba has to offer. So you are spending about $1,000, but I absolutely think it's worth it not having to mop my floors or vacuum my floors. I seriously run the robots every single day in my house.
Wow. All right. Awesome. Now let's go. You have another Roomba though that you want to talk about as well. So let's talk about the next one.
You can't go wrong with a Roomba. So I have the J7 Plus in my home. This is just the J7. So I have personally tested this numerous times. The difference between the J7 and the J7 Plus is that auto empty base. So this doesn't come with the auto empty base to save you a little bit of money. So at $350, this is Roomba's smartest robot vacuum available. It has the precision vision navigation. So it does a fantastic job of laying out your home. You're able to make clean zones. You're able to block zones away. Maybe like right now I have my Christmas tree out and I don't want the Roomba to go and like run into the presents or, suck up the tree skirt. I've just blocked that off and it doesn't interfere with it whatsoever. And then as a pet owner, my pets are potty trained, so I've not actually used this feature, but it comes with a poop promise, which is the pet owner official promise. And that is the J7 is not going to run over any type of accident that your pet has, because you hear the horror stories about what happens when the Roomba gets into something it's supposed to be cleaning while you're away. The J7 will not do that. And we leave a lot of dog toys, a lot of shoes, socks, whatever. I don't pick up before it runs. It does a fantastic job of identifying those objects and going around them. So I have no doubt that the poop promise actually works. And then
That's
the three,
big. That poop promise is big because you don't
yeah,
want that smeared all over everything and make a little problem turn into a big
a
problem.
massive problem. That would be horrendous to come
Ooh,
home to. I want to come, if I run the vacuum while I'm gone, I want to come home to a clean house. I do not want to come home to one of those messes. So if you have a puppy, if you have a senior dog, if you just have a dog who maybe gets a little bit too anxious while you're away, I've had
sure.
one of those. This is the robot vacuum for you. And at $350 to get Roomba's smartest technology, that's a steal.
Nice. All right. You've got another one that you really like, though, in your third pick, don't you, Beth? What's that one?
Yeah, Roborock, another really familiar name. So I actually have the Q5 right now that's been running in my house for a couple weeks. This is the Q7 Max. It's definitely a step up. $430 though for a 2-in-1 machine that is a Roborock. I need you to run and go buy this. It vacuums and mops simultaneously. Like, it's doing 2 chores at once. Think about how much time that's saving you, and it does a fantastic job. So when you're looking at suction power, when you're looking into vacuums in general, the higher the number, the higher the suction power. So 4,200 for the suction power is fantastic. That's going to get your carpet really clean. It's going to do fantastic on your rugs. I have tile, carpet, and rugs throughout my house. This is great. You're $430 for a Roborock. I don't know. I don't think you can beat this price.
Is this the one? So one of our teammates, Elise, she has a Roborock. Is this the one that she has that she swears by?
This is not. No,
Okay.
she has.
The Q5.
No, it's the. I want to say it's the S7 Max is
Okay.
what she
All
had.
right.
So this is a little bit of a step down. So hers will actually refill the water tank. This one's not as hands off. You have
Wow.
to refill it, but
Okay.
you're really, I don't think you're going to go wrong with this one if you don't want that higher price point.
Sure. All
if
right,
you
good
do-
deal pick. So instead of $600, you're $430.
Yeah.
That's an awesome deal
Yeah.
for the holidays right
To
now. So
not have to
good pick.
vacuum or mop. Oh my gosh. Like,
Yeah.
and it's a one-time purchase, that's, I'm sold.
And a little less complicated than having the 2 units from Roomba, the
Yeah.
S9 Plus and the Brava Jet M6 that you mentioned. Those are probably, when they're focused on just doing one thing, they're probably going to do those really well. But
Yeah.
this one, you only have one device, little more, and it's also less than half the price of that bundle. So
Yeah. So
good.
I think the trade-off there would be, if it's an individual device, it's probably going to do its individual job really well.
Yeah.
Compared to if it's a 2-in-1 device, it might do a good job, versus a really good job. So for the
Right
price
on.
difference, though, this might be worth it.
Okay. All right. What's pick number 4?
All right, so we're jumping back up on that higher price point, but this is a robot vacuum and mop that is completely hands-off. If you are looking for an investment piece for your house that you just touch the app and it goes and your floors are done, this is the one you want. A 5,000 PA suction power is phenomenal. That's one of the highest suction powers available in a robot vacuum. And so to see this in a 2-in-1 device is fantastic. Ecovacs makes really great devices. And so the Dbot X1 Turbo is definitely one that you would like to have. One of my favorite features about it, though, is the mopping pads on the bottom actually rotate while it's moving through your house. So it's not just kind of dragging along your floor. It's actually scrubbing as if you or I were mopping our floors, the going back and forth. This is really getting a deeper clean. And it's going to automatically refill at its base station if it's out of liquid. So if I go to the store and I want it to vacuum and mop my house, but I have a 3,000 square foot home, it's going to need to refill a couple times while I'm gone. And so it's just going to go and it's going to get the job done. It's just, I'm going to tell it on the app, go do it. And it's going to be able to do it. And I'm going to be completely hands off. So you're going to save $350 right now, $1,000 for something that's just totally hands off. This would be perfect for families who are on the go, who have a couple of kids, who have pets at home. Maybe your kids are in band and school and sports, and they're constantly running you all over the place. And so vacuuming and mopping might be like a little out of your daily reach. This is going to get your mind.
Nice. All right. You've got one more. What's the last one on your list, Beth?
So this one is one of those that you could give to your grandma and she could use it. Or, a younger person in their first apartment, maybe who has kind of a dust problem, this would be perfect for them too. So I love the Shark Ion because it has the app, but you can also just control it simply by touching the buttons on the robot vacuum itself. So it'll go out and clean. It has a 2-hour runtime, which 120
Nice.
minutes, that's fantastic. Yeah, if you have a larger house, that's really nice. It doesn't have to go back and recharge in the middle of while it's out cleaning. And it senses stairs and ledges. The Shark Ion, because they're a little bit cheaper, you're going to save $111 right now. So it's $140. That's one of the cheapest vacuums you can get. So it doesn't have a lot of that top of the line technology. It doesn't really map your house very well. It's not going to go in a very specific pattern. But if you live in a studio apartment or, a retirement home, your house isn't going to be that big, and it can just run around and clean as it needs to for 2 hours, and it's not going to go tumbling down the stairs. And I put that to the test several times. I had it run. I wanted to know what would happen. They say that it's going to do it. Is it going to fall and bust? Like, am I recommending a product that might be a complete waste of your money? It never fell down the stairs, and I really tried to get it to fall down the stairs.
Very good. Oh, that's great. So we've got a number of different price points, and this one normally $250 on sale for $140. Great one for folks that are maybe just getting their first robot vacuum, or like you said, getting it for somebody who isn't going to necessarily be all that enthused about using an app to control their vacuum. So great picks, Beth. Thanks so much. Appreciate it, and we'll catch you later.
Yeah, thank you, Jason.
All right, next we've got Maria Diaz. Maria's going to come on and tell us a little bit about some good smart home products. So, hey, Maria.
Hi there. Yeah, I'm going to share with you guys some of the best smart home deals right now. And I'm going to get started with the Google Nest thermostat.
All right.
So that one is a smart thermostat. It's basically getting a smart thermostat is one of the first things that you can make that will make the most difference in your everyday life. Because aside from the fact that you can view and change the temperature and any other settings right on your phone from the comfort of your own bed, this smart thermostat can actually give you savings on your utility bills. So on average, users save 12% on heating bills and 15% on cooling bills, all for the discounted price right now of $90. It originally retails for $130, but it's down to $90, which is a really big savings. It's been down since Black Friday, and it's still at that discount, so it's a great time to snag it up. And with the smart thermostat, you can actually also check with your utility provider for any rebates. Many utility providers will offer rebates for installing an Energy Star certified smart thermostat like this one. And
nice. That's why you're our budget saving ninja, Maria. Love that. Love that tip. Very
yeah,
good.
any way I can save money, I will. And another feature that this thermostat has that would help you save money is that you can actually view your historical consumption data. It'll show you like saving opportunities in energy consumption, so you can end up saving some extra cash on utilities. And yeah, so now I want to tell you about the Echo Dot. It's the 5th generation Echo Dot. I have one right here. It's a brand new 5th generation Echo Dot. It was just launched a couple months ago, and it's seeing a limited time discount of 44% off right now. So it's on sale for $28. And with this new generation of the Echo Dot, you also get richer audio, clearer vocals, and a deeper bass. So it's a definite upgrade for our previous Echo Dot, which I also have right here. And then you also have a temperature sensor added to it. That can help you create any routines with Alexa to go in accordance with the room temperature at the time. So you can have Alexa like turn on the AC with your smart thermostat, if the room temperature falls below or goes above a certain temperature. And then it also comes with Eero built in. Each one of these fifth generation Echo Dots works to add up to 1,000 square feet of Wi-Fi coverage with a compatible Eero network. So if that's what you have at home, this is a great addition. And this is all on top of the existing Echo Dot features, like it's a smart speaker with Alexa that can work as your smart voice assistant or play your music. And I have to mention, for a limited time, you can also get a free Sengold smart light bulb with purchase on Amazon for this.
Very cool. All right. What's deal number 3, Maria?
Number 3 would be the Philips Hue bundle. This is a bundle that comes with 4 Philips Hue color and white ambience light bulbs plus a Hue hub. And everyone that I know that owns a Philips Hue light bulb loves it. They are basically pioneers in smart bulbs, and they're still some of the highest quality on the market right now. This particular bundle, it's priced at $150, and it comes with, like I mentioned, the 4 white and color, but they are super bright, 1100 lumen output light. So there's no going to be like, which is a problem with a lot of smart bulbs, that you get lower brightness on color settings. These, you won't have that problem with it. And then with the Hue Hub, it makes for this perfect starter pack. It means that you can unlock all the smart features, like control your lights from anywhere on your phone, set them on a schedule, or do automations. And you can make it look like you're home if you're away by having your lights come on at a certain time. And the color changing options obviously are really cool. You can set the scene for parties or holidays or streaming.
Yeah, nice. And these don't go on sale very often, so that
No, they don't.
25% off is pretty big right
Mhm.
now, for sure.
Yeah, they don't go on sale very often, so it's a really, really good deal. Next, I did want to tell you guys about the Arlo Pro 4, 12-piece bundle. It's on sale for $400. Its original price is $600 on Best Buy. It's a Best Buy exclusive deal, but these pieces individually would retail individually. Put them together, it'll be $800. So it's a pretty good deal. If you've heard of security cameras, obviously you've probably heard of Arlo. This is one of the most trusted brands in security cameras, and it comes with this particular bundle will have 3 wire-free cameras. They are Wi-Fi 2K resolution cameras, no hub required. They come with a built-in spotlight and a siren that can be triggered manually or automatically whenever a person is detected, so a tree branch won't set it off. They're also battery powered with a built-in, a rechargeable battery, and the bundle comes with 3 extra batteries. So it's 4 total batteries and a charger, plus a secure protected by Arlo yard sign. So it's
Nice.
all very good price right now. Yeah.
So it's like an $800 value. The
Mhm.
normal price is about $600, and then right now it's on sale for $400. So this
Yeah.
is a strong deal for sure.
It definitely is. Yeah. It's the time to buy, but you can only find it at Best Buy right now.
Okay, good stuff. What's your final pick, Maria?
Last but not least is the Ring Video Doorbell. It's for $60 on sale right now. And I got to say, it's not often that you'll see this doorbell, a 1080p resolution video doorbell from Ring for $60. It's one of the best deals we found on Ring ever. This doorbell has 2-way audio, which makes it so you can talk to whoever is at the door right from your phone or your tablet, or even your Echo Show like I have in my kitchen. And you can also just ask Alexa to show you who's at the front door right on your Echo Show, and it'll show you the camera feed. One of the best features of this doorbell is that it comes with a built-in rechargeable battery. So it makes for really, really easy installation. You don't have to worry about wiring of any kind. So you can put it on your front door, but you can also use it for a commercial door or your home's back door. It's already 40% off. So if you're a fan of the brand or you're looking to get started with a video doorbell, this is a great opportunity.
Awesome deals, Maria. Thanks so much. And you've really scoured for a lot of these deals. You are, like I said, our budget ninja. So I know that you look really closely to make sure we've got the best deals and when these things are really on sale. So thank you so much for your time today, Maria. We'll catch you later.
Thank you.
All right. Next, last but not least, we have Carrie Wan, who's going to talk to us about phones and tablets. Carrie, thanks for being here.
Yeah, hi Jason. Thanks for having me. Honestly, I don't know how I'm gonna follow up to Maria, who has a full-blown setup and microphone and all of that, but I'm gonna try my best.
Very good. You'll be great. All right. What do you got for us? What's your number one pick for right now?
Yeah, so my number one pick for smartphones, at least, is the Google Pixel 7. Now, this is a pretty interesting deal because when you see that you're only saving $100, you're probably thinking, oh, there's probably a ton more better deals on the market right now. But in my opinion, I actually think this is one of the better ones that is still existing right now and has been actually carried over from its Black Friday, Cyber Monday offers. So Google Pixel 7 was released back in October, which actually isn't too far from where we are today, but it's actually pretty surprising to me that Google is actually deducting $100 off of a rather good value-driven phone already. In terms of what you're getting, there are a bunch of cool new features with the Pixel 7. So first and foremost, the AI camera features that Pixels have really come to be known for. So you have features like Magic Eraser, where you could basically way like Photoshop away any people in the background when you're taking a shot of a crowd or anything like that. There's photo unblur, which is probably one of the most underrated photo features that I've tested this whole year. It basically lets you go back to your old photos via Google Photos app, and you could turn any photo that's basically blurred out into something that's much more sharpened and much more vivid, of course. And just in general, this phone, in my opinion, is a good middle ground device. It's not too big. It's not too small. Display is 6.3 inches and it also has a 90 hertz display, which is, to me, more than enough.
Very good. So Carrie, with this device, one of the keys is this has feature set that's comparable to more like $700-800 phones. I think that's why you're saying it's a sneaky good deal at $500, right? Is because when you're really, Google's already pricing it aggressively, and then to take another $100 off of it makes it really appealing.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, when we typically look at flagship phones, they could go upwards to $1,200.
Yeah.
But this one is basically half of that, and you're taking $100 off on top of it right now. And there's actually this sort of a hidden, I guess, deal trick that I'll share as well. And it's if you're on Facebook or Twitter, what you could do is search for Pixel Superfan. And right now, Google is running this referral program where you could basically take a one-time use code from anyone who's, it's mostly for people who have generally purchased Pixel phones in the past. They could basically distribute that to you. You could get an additional $100 credit to be applied to the Google store. And you could use that for cases and chargers and all of that.
Nice. Ooh, good super hack for buyers. All right. Thanks, Carrie. How about deal number two?
Yeah, so the second deal that I have is actually on a phone that I think not that many people know about. It's the OnePlus 10 Pro. This was actually launched back in January of, well, early this year, I guess. So it sort of got hidden and tucked in the background amidst all of the other launches that we've seen throughout the year. This phone actually retailed at $899, but OnePlus recently did a price drop on it, which brought it to $799, which technically makes this $250 off deal a $350 off deal. But in general, I mean, it's a really good phone. Like I said before, a lot of flagship phones that we're seeing is in that $900 to $1,200 range. And this is one of those phones that started off this year in that price tier and is now basically half off and a little bit more than the Pixel that I just talked about.
Nice. Very good. All right. What's your next pick?
So I know in general, a lot of people, at least within the US, shop smartphones from their carriers. So I wanted to mention at least one deal that's available from that end. This one is on the Apple iPhone 14. I know there are a ton of iPhones, probably more than we expected this year at least. There's minis and pluses and pros and maxes. But I think the iPhone 14 is probably the best iPhone for most users. It basically has fundamental upgrades compared to the iPhone 13 of last year. So you're getting an upgraded A16 Bionic chip. You have the same display size on this one, as well as the general build quality. So it should be a pretty familiar user experience for most people. And in terms of the actual deal itself, this one is that I'm highlighting is from T-Mobile. Basically, what T-Mobile is doing right now is there are basically 3 qualifications that you have to meet in order to get the quote unquote free iPhone. The first one is that you have to trade in a device, and that ranges from anything from an iPhone 10 to an iPhone 11, or sorry, iPhone 13 Pro Max. So hopefully, if you already own an iPhone, you have a device that's eligible for that trade-in. Once you trade that in, T-Mobile will basically give you $800 money back via installment plans. So you have to basically, the second qualification is to basically qualify for a 24-month or 36-month installment plan. Now, in terms of all the carriers that are available, so T-Mobile, AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile is the only one that I've seen in terms of these promotions that offer a 24-month plan. So if you're someone who doesn't see yourself committing to a 3-year installment plan for a smartphone, this is the shortest one that's available and the one that I would personally recommend. And the best part is that even if you commit to those 2-year, 3-year plans, the iPhone has been getting software updates, and this applies to basically a lot of the older models as well. At least 7 years of iOS updates, so you don't have to worry too much about your phone turning old and unusable after like a year or two. This one could probably run you a good 5 years.
Nice. All right. Those are some good phone picks. Carrie, I think you got a couple other tablet picks too, huh?
I do. So I'm not sure who took this picture, but it's really good. This one is on the Apple iPad. So there are, again, a lot of iPad models. This one is the regular 10th generation model. It's a little weird this year because Apple still sells the 9th generation from its store. But personally, I recommend picking up the 10th generation for a couple of reasons. The first one is that it's basically a less expensive iPad Air. It's the same dimensions, it's close to the same weight, which is weird because the iPad Air is marketed as the lightest iPad. And it's also a larger 10.2-inch display, I believe, or 10.6. Sorry, I'll correct that later on. But in general, you're getting a large screen iPad that gets most of the use cases that people use these tablets for down to a T. So I think the best part of this year's iPad, especially from my review, is that for one, it's finally adopting USB-C. So I could finally bring an iPad and a MacBook and even an Android device and just carry one charger for all 3 devices. I don't have to carry a dedicated Lightning charger. The second thing is not as noticeable, but once you actually use the iPad, you'll notice that the front-facing camera is now on the longer end of the side. So when you're holding the iPad or the tablet in landscape mode, you're in a video call or you're doing a FaceTime with your family members, the actual camera will be much more centered than it used to be, which in general helps with your orientation, how you're presented on camera.
Yeah, very good. And also comes in yellow.
Oh yeah, that as well. I think a lot of people, it's one of the more underrated aspects of technology in general, but people buy technology for colors in a way. When you go into an Apple store, for example, you see the iPhones and the iPads and iMacs all laid out, and you'll probably go to the one that you think looks best. And this year's iPad is probably the most colorful one available.
Very cool. All right, you have another tablet for us that has a really aggressive deal. What's that one?
Yeah, so the last deal that I have is on the Amazon Fire HD8 Plus. This one is actually on the 2020 model, and I'll explain why in a minute. But in general, right now, you could save $55 on the 8 Plus, which has an 8-inch display. And in general, I mean, for $55, this is probably as good as a tablet can get. I call this the perfect cheap tablet, especially for Amazon Prime users, because the tablet works really well with a lot of existing Prime services. So if you have Prime Video, or if you do a lot of your shopping, you could get reminders and all of that within the tablet itself. The one feature that stands out to me is called Show Mode, which is both practical and underrated. Basically, what it does is it turns your tablet into a dock hub. So instead, when you're typically not using your tablet, what you would do is just leave it on the table. You'll probably tuck it in your backpack or something. You'll put your case sleeve over it and just not use it. But with show mode, it basically turns your tablet into an ambient display, almost like an alarm clock or like a weather hub or a weather widget. And I think that really just adds to the usability of the tablet and allows you to take advantage of the money that you're investing into it.
Nice. So essentially 50% off. So it's normally $110 on sale for $55. So this is another super aggressive deal. Yeah.
Yeah. And the thing about like Amazon Fire tablets is that they're always on sale, whether it's the HD 8 Plus or the 8 or the 10 or the Kids and Kids Pro editions. You'll always find a deal on either of the models.
Very cool. Carrie, thank you so much for your time. Appreciate you being here. Definitely some aggressive deals. Couple good rogue tips in there too, like that Twitter and Facebook tip. And yeah, we appreciate it. And people can also follow your list where you have been researching these best deals. So they can find that in the link below as well. So thanks, Carrie. We'll catch you later.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
All right. Well, that is it. Those are our best deals for last minute tech gifts. Thanks to all of our ZDNet editors and team who've come on and shared their best ideas, the best things that they've found on some of the products that we are most confident about you buying and being able to really be happy with, and for the people that you're buying for also being really happy. So you can find links to all the deals in the description here, or if you're watching this video on ZDNet, embedded on ZDNet, you can find it in the article there. You can also find it in our holiday gift guide on ZDNet, where you'll find all of these deals, lots more, and where we're always looking to help you find the most innovative new products, help you stay ahead of the curve when it comes to technology, put technology to good use for you and your friends, family, and loved ones. So thanks so much for being here. Thanks for tuning in. And if you want to watch this or recommend it to somebody else, this will also be available for replay on YouTube as well. So thank you. And until next time, have happy holidays, and we'll see you soon.